Hello YouTube, welcome to another pickup video. This is a combined video of thrift store finds and garage sales from today. I'll try to go through them pretty quickly because there's a lot of stuff. First, a non-game find. Okay, so I was in Goodwill and I was in the toy department and I saw this and I was like, is that what I think it is? And then I pulled it out and if I can get it here. Yep, nunchucks. In the little leather protector there for $6. Sound like nunchucks are really expensive, but I just found it hilarious that I found nunchucks in the toy department. Thought they're pretty cool, so I picked them up just because. It's just a strange thing to find at Goodwill. At any rate, let's move on to game finds. Got a bunch of stuff from the thrift store, including this guy here, but I'll get back to that in a second. Let's start with this pile here. The first thing I found is this thing. It's a Casio Cosmo Fighter. Paid $2 for it. It's pretty old. I don't know if it works. There are no batteries in it, but the battery compartment is in great shape. You see it there. They didn't keep old batteries in it, so that's in pretty good shape. But yeah, I paid $2. I looked at it online, and it goes for like $100. It's pretty crazy. I don't think I'm gonna sell it. I'm going to buy batteries for it and try it out. I mean, if I don't think it's stupid, or don't want it, or don't think it's good or whatever, but then maybe I'll sell it if I can find a buyer. It's not like these things are easy to sell. They're not highly sought after. They're just rare. But pretty cool. I also found a couple Game Boy games. Found one of these bootleg 64-in-1 cartridges, and it's pretty cool. It actually has 64 games. You probably can't read it, but in the quarter it says no repeats, and it's true. It actually doesn't have any repeats, and it has good games like Contra, Super Mario Land, Bomberman, and a few others that are pretty good. It was $3. I have a fascination with these weird bootleg cartridges, so I also got Mortal Kombat 4 for $3. It's not a bad deal. Let's see what else we got. Hot Shots Golf. I paid $2. Not bad. Oh, this is interesting. Final Fantasy 7. I paid $5, but well, seems like a great deal until you open it up. And we're missing the first disc and the instructions. I saw it, and I knew that before I took it home. I was going back and forth. Should I buy it? Should I not? What are the chances I'm going to run to the first disc? It does have the second and third, but the discs are in really good shape. The ones that are here. So for $5, like, you know what? I don't have Final Fantasy 7. I'll take a chance. Maybe I'll get lucky and run into the first one. That'd be great. Who knows? I don't know. I'm still not sure if it was a good idea to get it, but whatever. I found this. This is a Game Boy Advance SP. It's the front lit version, not the back lit. But I don't know if it works. Did not come with the charger. Another one I wasn't sure if I should get. It's pretty beat up. But I paid $4. And for $4, I'm like, you know what? I'll take a chance. I'll find a charger somewhere. And I don't have an SP, so the inside looks good. The screen's not scratched or anything. It's just the outside looks like it's been thrown around, beaten up. Probably owned by a kid of some sort. But at least, hey, at least the screen's not scratched. So yeah, hopefully that works. $4. Picked up Elder Scrolls 3 Morrowind, Game of the Year edition for PC. Everything's there. I think I paid $3. That's a good game. I've been playing a lot of Skyrim, so maybe once I get tired of that, I'll go backwards and play Morrowind. Next we got Empire Earth. I paid $3 for that, and $3 for the expansion, The Art of Conquest. These are pretty good games. I think The Art of Conquest goes for a decent amount, so I figured I'll pick that up, and I'll need the first one if I want to play the expansion. I happen to have both. So another thing I picked up, didn't see that there. But anyway, Portal. I haven't played Portal. Paid $5. It's not bad, and I haven't played it, so I'm excited to pick that up and play that. And a couple more. I've found a couple N64 controllers in really good shape. No sticky buttons. The analog stick's in good shape. Not too loose. This one's a little loose, but not bad. This one's pretty stiff. And the two black controllers. Paid $3 a piece. I actually found a third one for $2. Is the gray one. A friend was looking for N64 controllers, so I gave that one to her. But I kept the memory card that was with it. She didn't need it, so I still, for $2, still got a memory card out of it. And that's not too bad. Made $3. I've been looking for N64 controllers. I love to pick them up whenever I get the chance. And for $2 and $3, that's a good deal. They had a fourth one, but it was a third-party controller. I don't really have any interest in the third-party controllers. They're generally pretty crappy. And they don't the one they had, which is pretty common, didn't have the long thing here that you grasp onto. It had a little short nub, and I'm like, well, I've tried playing with those, and it doesn't make any sense. Like, you need the grasp here. Why would you do that? At any rate, so I didn't pick up the third-party one, but at least I got two first-party. And I also got this, which is the Joy-Card Sansui SSS controller for the Nintendo NES. It's got turbo switches. It's a pretty neat little controller. It's in great shape. I paid $5. It also has microphones, or is a headphone jack, and which is, you know, I don't know, it's pretty neat. It also has a sound shift thing. From what I've found, it kind of fakes a stereo sound, but it's not really that interesting. It's kind of just a novelty thing. But the controller is, I don't know, it's a nice controller for a third party. I think it's made by Hudson Soft. I think it is actually licensed by Nintendo. Yeah, on here you can see it's by Nintendo, licensed. It's a really nice controller, and it goes for like $25–30. I don't know why somebody would pay that much for this. It's nice, you know, but it's not really necessary. But there that is, anyways. And I also got Warcraft Battle Chest. Now this is interesting. This was closed up. This at the top here was taped shut, so I couldn't look at the insides. But I took a chance and bought it anyways. And I paid, you know, for $3. That's fine. It seemed kind of heavy, so I thought for sure everything would be in there. It wasn't. It came with the here's the World of Warcraft demo disc, the two strategy guides, the manuals, and whatever this is, a product catalog, but no games. No games in it. And I was a little disappointed, but it's, you know, hey, for the two strategy guides and everything else, $3 isn't bad at all. But the funny thing is, I was going through the other day, other things that I had bought recently at thrift stores, and I came across this. And again, I got it from a different thrift store in a different town. But this is exactly what is missing from the battle chest. It has both games. And that's exactly where it came from. It came from a battle chest. So, I don't know. Interesting, I guess. But there you go. So I have a complete battle chest. Strangely. But anyways, let's move on to the garage sale stuff. So I got a lot to get through, and I'm down to 9 minutes on my memory card. So, a lot of stuff today. Just great deals. One phenomenal deal I'll get to at the end. But just a lot of cool stuff. First thing I picked up was over here. It's a PlayStation 2. with a couple controllers. Even has a third-party multi-tap, memory card. I haven't looked inside. There might be a game in there. I don't know. I haven't looked. But it also came with a bunch of games. Oh, and I paid $20 for the system and all these games. We got Battlefield Game Day 2003, PS1, Need for Speed, Most Wanted Black Edition. Oh boy, Madden NFL 07. FIFA Street 2, which is interesting. I never know they made a FIFA Street or a FIFA Street 2. Now I have the second one, so that's cool. Madden 2005 Collector's Edition. The official World Series of Poker game. NHL 2005. Def Jam Vendetta. And Medal of Honor Frontline. So for 20 bucks, the games aren't incredibly amazing, but for $20, I'll gladly take the system and all the games. Next thing I found was a stack of PS1 games. This lady was getting rid of all of her PlayStation games. And I asked her if she had anything, and they were not even out. She had to go get them. But she brought these out. And then I was like, oh, how much for them? She's like, what do you mean? Like, how much for all of them? And I'm like, yeah. I'll take them all. How much do you want? And she said, $10. So I said, here you go. Here's $10. And then got this whole stack. Interesting, you know, I mean, that's a great deal for any, I mean, look, there's like 20 games here. It's about like 50 cents each. But I don't know, apparently she just wanted to get rid of stuff, because I also got that over there, which is a Cuisinart 6 wine bottle wine cooler. And, you know, I'm a wine fan myself, so I was like, okay, she probably wants a lot of money for that. They go for about $100 or so. It's like, yeah, just out of curiosity, how much for the wine cooler? It's like, $5. $5. It's like almost brand new. It even has the instructions and everything. $5. Yeah, okay, sure. Anyways, let's get to the games here. We got Toy Story 2, Spyro Ripto's Rage, Spyro Year of the Dragon, EA Sports Supercross, Spider-Man 2, Dukes of Hazzard, Twisted Metal Small Brawl, Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone, Namco Museum Volume 3, A Bug's Life, Frogger 2, the first Frogger, Twisted Metal 3, R4, which is Ridge Racer Type 4, Gran Turismo 2, Twisted Metal 4, Tomb Raider 3, Dinosaur, Crash Bandicoot 2, Cortex Strikes Back, PGA Tour 98, ATV Quad Power Racing, Tarzan, I'm getting tired, Tiny Toons, The Great Beanstalk, Crash Team Racing, and Need for Speed 3 Hot Pursuit. Yeah, all that for $10. Not that there's like super rare games in there, but that's still a good deal. Okay, so next place I picked up Nintendo games, NES. Came with the system, controllers, all the hookups, everything. And the connector's in pretty good shape. It has a nice firm hold on the games, which is nice. It means it should work really well. I may actually use it as my system. And it came with a few games. Mario Brothers Duck Hunt, as usual. Mario Brothers 2, which is like my 10th copy. Wheel of Fortune. Dr. Mario. Punch Out. Horrible condition. On the label there. Something got spilled on it. And Milon's Secret Castle. Not any really great games, but I only paid $15 for the system and games. So that's a good deal. Another place I went to, I got some Genesis games. He said he had a system that a guy just bought, and I was, disappointed, but I have a bunch of systems anyways. And he's like, oh, wait, I also have games. Do you want them? I'm like, yeah. So he sold me all these games for $15 total. These are all complete in box. George Foreman's KO Boxing, Sonic 2, Columns, Road Rash, Outrun 2019, RoboCop vs. Terminator, and last but not least, Grindstormer, which is apparently a pretty rare game, and complete in box goes for about $40. So that's a good deal. Okay, so the last thing I got. Long story that I have about 4 minutes to tell you. I went to this one place, and there was a sign up front that said garage sale. I walk up there. Everything is kind of jammed into the garage, but the garage door is open. And I see sitting on the table a Nintendo 64. So I go over there, and I'm looking at it, and I'm like, alright, I see the games that are with it. I'm like, alright, I have to have this. And I'm looking around for people, and there's nobody around. Nobody at all. I must have been in there for like 10 minutes just waiting. Nobody's there. Finally, I walk up to the front, and there's some lady sitting on the front porch with her baby. And she says, oh, my mom's having a sale. She's asleep right now, so probably won't be until about noon or 1 o'clock before the sale starts. I'm like, oh, that's too bad because I see something I want. I'm afraid it's not going to be there when I come back. And she's like, oh, let me take a look. And she's like, all right, give me $25 for everything. And I'm like, well, I was like, can I just give you 20? And she's like, yeah, that's fine. So $20 for the system and a bunch of games. And that would already be a pretty good deal. It had the expansion pack and about 10 games. So for $20, that's a really good deal. But then I went to a different place talking to some lady about video games, because I always ask to see if they have any. And she said that her son has been looking for a Nintendo 64. So I said, you know, that's funny because I actually have an extra one in my car right now. And she's like, really? That's great. And she knew how much it was worth, and I gave her a good deal. I said, well, I'll give you the system, the controller with the expansion pack, and a game, which was GoldenEye, and I'll give it to you for $20. And, you know, that's a pretty good deal. I mean, I could get 40 or 50 for it. And she's like, yeah, that's great. And so she gives me $20. So essentially, I got all these games for free, because I originally paid $20, then got $20 back for the system and one of the games. So I basically paid nothing for all these. We got Turok 2, Wave Race 64, Army of Men Sarge's Heroes 2, Perfect Dark, Super Mario 64, Mario Party, Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time, and Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask. So there's some pretty good games in here, and I'm really excited to get, especially Majora's Mask. I don't have Majora's Mask yet, so I'm really excited to get that, and I basically got it for free. I'm not going to complain. And look at that, I did it in under 20 minutes. So, I'm out of breath. But, that's all my pickups from yesterday and today. I'll be heading out to the flea market tomorrow, so I might have another video. Check it out tomorrow. Hopefully I'll have it posted, so stay tuned. Until then, see you later.